Hi there, welcome to my channel Wisdom Unboxed. To introduce, I'm an Indian by origin and currently based in the UK for work. Through this channel, I plan to share my journey with you all. This is my first ever upload on this channel and on YouTube for that matter. This video will not be a vlog but more like an informational podcast for someone who's traveling from the UK to India during this COVID-19 pandemic. So let's get started and talk about the things you need to do to travel to India from UK during these crazy COVID times. For travel to India, you first need to get a COVID test done in the UK, which should be done within 72 hours of the departure time of your flight. Please note that you're not allowed to use NHS service for this test, and this has to be done privately. These tests can be expensive, ranging from £80 all the way up to £200. I used Express Test service, which costed me £80 for the test. I'll leave the link in the description below if you want to check it out. This service is now available near all major airports in the UK. As I was traveling with British Airways, I also received an email from British Airways with a 2-pager form which included a passenger information and a passenger declaration form. Both of these were quite straightforward. These filled in forms were to be sent to email ID provided at least 24 hours before the departure time. I travelled to India on 6th February 2021, and as per the requirements at that time, the passengers from the UK were only required to fill an Air Suvidha self-declaration form available on Delhi Airport website. You can again find the link in the description. Because I was travelling from the UK, I was not eligible to apply for quarantine exemption online. For submitting this Air Suvidha self-declaration form, you would need a copy of passport and a copy of negative RT-PCR test. And once these have been submitted, you would receive an acknowledgement email. As the scenario is constantly changing, I highly recommend that you check the latest guidelines on the government websites. For travel to India, the best bet in my opinion was the website of Indian Consulate in the UK. I'll provide the link in the description box below. Also, don't forget to check the guidelines on the gov.uk website, as there have been recent changes to international travel rules, and I guess they have now introduced an additional declaration form before you can proceed with an international travel. So once I landed in India, Delhi in my case, I was required to fill in a 1-pager form with just some basic information, and this was followed by checking of Air Suvidha acknowledgement and my boarding pass. My boarding pass was then inked with a stamp mentioning quarantined. At the next counter, my passport was collected and I was asked to remember the counter number where I submitted my passport, as it would be made available from the same counter after all the formalities have been completed. I was then directed to a lounge area and was allocated a seat number. The arrangement was decent and I had to pay 3,400 rupees for the test and the lounge arrangement, which included food box, tea and coffee. Out of 3,400, 800 was towards the test and 2,600 was for the lounge. The test sample collection procedure was quick, with 3-4 booths operating simultaneously. I waited for over 7 hours to get the test results, after which I was handed over my passport, which was then followed by immigration and bag collection. Although the process was time consuming, it was planned properly. My final destination was Delhi. However, if you have any further flights, I would recommend to check the Delhi airport website for the suggested time frames for this test on arrival. But based on my experience, I would say a gap of at least 10 hours between 2 flights is a must to be on a safe side. Hope you found this podcast informative. If you did, please press the like button and consider subscribing. It will motivate me to produce more informative content like this. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment box below. I'll try to answer each one of those. Bye for now and stay safe.